have you gotten full by watching someone else eat? When have you gotten stronger by watching someone else lift weights? A lot of y'all be trying to learn mathematics by just watching your teacher do it on the board, and that's not going to work. But stick with me, and I'm going to share with you some principles that are going to allow you to excel in learning mathematics. What's up, y'all? Professor X with a Z here. Just quick PSA, if you like my content, make sure you follow me, drop a like, share it, and if you have any suggestions on what you would like to see me do in the future, just let me know, leave it in the comments, and I'll, touch on that a little bit. If you fall into the category of, oh, I understand it when my professor or teacher or lecturer is going over it in class, but when I try to do it myself, I don't know where to start. Well, let me ask you this. Why does everybody know the song that they're singing when they're singing karaoke? That's because the lyrics are on the screen. But for most people, if you take those lyrics away, they have absolutely no idea where to start. And it comes to this simple principle. You don't truly know if you know the song unless you sing it without the lyrics. So how does this apply to you? Well, the idea is a lot of times people, passively take notes or watch their lectures or teachers, do problems on the board, and then they think or believe that they understand it, right? But then when they go to do their homework assignments, they don't know where to start. And that's because same principle. You think you know the process until you try to do it yourself. But the only way to truly learn the song is if you try to recite it without reading the lyrics. And that's exactly how learning mathematics is. You have to kind of sit there and struggle with the problem for a bit. That's why they always recommend, and I also recommend to my students, I always recommend try your hardest to just start the problem. Write literally anything down. It could be completely wrong, but just write it down. Because when you're actively getting into the mindset of trying to recall what you saw or what you heard in lecture, then that's where the learning really starts to take place. I'll give you another example. Using ChatGPT to start your problem is very similar to speaking to someone who speaks some language, like a native language speaker, and they start the sentence for you, or they say the sentence for you, and then when you try to say it back, they don't provide feedback or they don't correct you, right? That's why it's very important to start your problem, do it wrong, and no matter how wrong it is, you can see and pinpoint exactly which areas you got wrong. You might remember a lot of the process, but it just might be like those one or two steps that you're missing. But just in general, like the best way to learn is to not read the lyrics, right? You have to at least attempt the problem first, no matter how wrong it is. You may literally have no clue where to start, but I guarantee you, if you start just writing down the first thing that comes to mind, it may be completely wrong, but like it gets you in the mindset of being afraid to be wrong or just writing something down. And then from there, once you ask for help from a teacher, or like if you go to office hours, if you're in college, then that's where the learning takes place, is you learn what you did wrong. But you can't learn what you're doing wrong if someone is telling you, what is correct. In summary, it's nearly impossible to passively learn mathematics, meaning you're just trying to learn it by observation. One key way that you're going to truly start excelling in math is if you start attempting these problems by yourself and really struggling with them at the beginning. And it may take time to become comfortable with it, but that struggle is the learning, right? We all go through it. We all deal with it. I deal with it every day. It's just that struggle that is the learning. All right, so that's all I have for today, but thank you again for watching. Make sure you like and, follow me, and tell your friends about me, so, they can also have the knowledge or nuggets of knowledge, right? But I'll catch y'all later, and Professor X with a Z out.